Hey everyone, and welcome to Level Up English Podcast. I'm Samantha, and it's great to have you here. Our mission is simple. Don't just learn English. Learn in English. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're having a real talk, and I've invited my good friend Benjamin to join me. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Sam. Thanks for having me. It feels a bit weird being on the podcast instead of just listening to it.
Well, the tables have turned. I invited you here because we were talking the other day, and you mentioned feeling a bit stuck. It's a feeling I think a lot of our listeners can relate to, so if you're comfortable, I thought we could talk it through.
Yeah, for sure. Stuck is the perfect word for it. I have a good job in finance, it's stable, it pays the bills. I know I should be grateful, but lately I feel like I'm on autopilot. I go to work, stare at numbers, come home and feel completely drained of any creativity. There's no spark.
I hear that. It's the classic dilemma, right? The safe path versus the passionate one. You've mentioned your woodworking to me before. When you talk about it, your whole face lights up.
Yeah, my garage workshop is my sanctuary. It's the one place where I feel completely engaged. When I'm working with wood, creating something with my hands, I lose track of time. It's the one thing I'm truly passionate about.
So what's the dream, Ben? In a perfect world, what would you be doing 5 years from now?
In a perfect world, I would have my own custom furniture business. Nothing huge, just a small workshop where I can design and build beautiful, handcrafted pieces for people who appreciate quality. The ultimate dream is to make a living doing what I love.
That sounds amazing. I can totally picture you doing that. So what do you feel is the biggest hurdle holding you back?
Honestly, fear and practicality. How do I go from a steady salary to nothing? I have a rent to pay, responsibilities. It feels like a massive, irresponsible leap of faith. What if I try and fail? I'll have given up a secure career for nothing.
That's a completely rational fear. But maybe we're thinking about it the wrong way. Maybe it's not a single giant leap. What if it's a bridge that you build, one plank at a time, until it's safe to walk across?
A bridge. I like that metaphor. So what's the first plank?
Well, let's think. You need to know if there's a market for your work. You need to turn the hobby into a business, even a tiny one. What's one thing you're going to do to make that happen?
I've thought about this a little. I guess my first step will be to create a proper business plan. I need to figure out the costs, tools, materials, workshop space, and how much I need to sell just to break even. It's a numbers problem, which, ironically, I'm good at.
See? You can use your current skills to build your future. That's a perfect first plank. What's the next one? How will people see your work?
I need a portfolio. Right now, it's just a few pieces I've made for myself. So I'm going to spend the next 3 months building a small collection of my best designs. Then I'll need professional photos.
And if you have a collection in photos, what will you do with them?
I suppose I'll build a website and start an Instagram account. That part feels daunting. I'm a maker, not a marketer.
You learn, one step at a time. So your short-term plan is shaping up. First, create a business plan. Second, build a portfolio collection. Third, launch a website. That doesn't sound like a terrifying leap anymore, does it? It sounds like a project.
It does. It actually sounds achievable when you break it down like that. But the end goal, quitting my job, still feels so far away. When will I know it's the right time?
I think you'll know when your side hustle starts demanding more of your time and is bringing in a consistent, even if small, income. Maybe your goal for the first year isn't to replace your salary, but to make enough to cover all your business expenses and maybe your grocery bill. How would that feel?
That would feel incredible. That would make it real. Okay, I'm feeling more motivated. So here's the plan. This month, I'm going to draft the business plan. By the end of this year, I will have the 5-piece collection finished.
That's a fantastic concrete goal. And what about next year? What do you think you'll be doing this time next year?
This time next year, hopefully I will be selling my first few pieces online. I will be learning about shipping and customer service. I might even be taking my first custom order. Wow, saying that out loud feels powerful.
It is powerful. You're creating a vision for your future. You're not just dreaming anymore, you're planning. And we'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.
Thanks, Sam. I really needed this. It's easy to let the fear paralyze you, but talking it through and creating a real plan, it makes all the difference. I'm actually excited to start.
I'm excited for you. This is the start of a new chapter. Before we wrap up, I want to say a huge thank you to Benjamin for being so open and sharing his journey with us. And now, here's your Real Talk challenge for this week. Take one dream or goal you have for your future. It could be learning a new skill, starting a project, or making a change. Break it down into the very first 3 smallest steps. Then, say this sentence out loud. This week, I am going to... Your first step. The simple act of planning and speaking your intention is the first step to making it real. Share your first step with us using hashtag #LevelUpEnglish. And that's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the show notes on your podcast app or on our website for a full transcript and all the resources we mentioned today. If you found this episode helpful, the best way to support the show is to hit follow or subscribe and leave us a quick review. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. I'm Samantha, and this has been the Level Up English Podcast.